News/Algeria Algerians take to the streets as anger mounts at interim leader. Police in Algiers try to disperse protesters angry at alleged attempts by Bouteflika allies to stay in power. 24 minutes ago, Algerian police tried but failed to disperse protesters gathered for the first Friday protests since the announcement of presidential elections to succeed deposed leader Abdelaziz Bouteflika. There was no violence as riot police, clad in helmets and carrying shields, attempted to clear the principal protest site outside the landmark main post office in central Algiers. Dozens of police, in their first such operation at the site, were encircled by hundreds of demonstrators, protesting against alleged maneuvering by the regime to stay in power. The crowd, shouting "Silmia, Silmia, peaceful, peaceful," cleared a path for the police to pull back as the demonstrators urged the officers to join their protest. "We feel there is some tension this Friday. There are a lot of police," said Karima Bournain, 36, who turned up with her daughter. "I hope the demonstration will stay peaceful." Counting the cost, Algeria economy, where has all the money gone? 2535, social media has helped drive mass protests which led to the end of Bouteflika's two-decade rule, have been filled with calls for an eighth consecutive Friday of demonstrations, this time under the slogan of "They will all leave." Amel Boubacar, a research fellow at the School for Advanced Studies in the Social Sciences, (EHES), based in France, told Al Jazeera from Algiers that there was no sign the country's interim leadership was ready to listen to the demonstrators. Since Bouteflika has stepped down, there has been temptation from the regime to repress the demonstrations. "The protesters keep gathering in order to say no to repression," she said. Also, it doesn't make sense for demonstrators to reach a solution within the current constitutional framework. They say this constitution is used by the regime to stay in power. Dalia Ghanem, a resident scholar at the Carnegie Middle East Center in Beirut, told Al Jazeera that the protesters' momentum was unstoppable. "They know what they can achieve with their protests every Friday, but also their daily protests. The momentum is here and the status quo is winding up," she said. "It seems Algerians are not going to go home until their demands are met. And today their demands are clear. They are asking for the three Bs to leave, meaning the head of the Constitutional Council, Taïb Bellaiz, Prime Minister Noureddin Bedoui and interim leader Abdelkader Ben Salah." News/Algeria Algerians take to the streets as anger mounts at interim leader. Police in Algiers try to disperse protesters angry at alleged attempts by Bouteflika allies to stay in power. 24 minutes ago, Algerian police tried but failed to disperse protesters gathered for the first Friday protests since the announcement of presidential elections to succeed deposed leader.